से कहें किससे कहें Hi, this is Ashutosh. Bringing it to you Afterburners versus Dancing Dragons. I think this is the last match of today, and we'll be continuing tomorrow morning. So, um, I think Dancing Dragons lost their previous match against Grumpy Bantai by I think 4 points or something, and Afterburners is riding high on a victory against Cutting Chai, which I think they won quite comfortably with a big margin. So it's going to be interesting to see how this match fares out. Some big names on both the teams. Mac, Atul, Harsha on Dancing Dragons, and Damor, Sushant. I think I'm missing Sachin on Afterburners. But yeah, it's going to be quite a contest. I'm joined by More here, whose mic unfortunately isn't working, but we'll try to work through it.
So ask you, who is your favorite team this season, and
Favorite,
why aren't you playing this season?
favorite team this season? I don't have any favorites, honestly. I'm just here to enjoy the sport, see how the teams perform. I'm not playing this season just to just focus on recovery a bit. I've been playing through injuries since quite some time now, so thought it'd be good to sit one tournament out. Also, this is I think the first off-season tournament that I'm not playing.
Yeah,
I think I'm the person who's played off-season tournament the most, so it's fine for me to miss one, I guess.
yeah. I'm definitely sure about one thing is that cutting chai might be missing you a lot.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think that holds true more for you than me. Some interesting point going on. Discuss the sideline with Nikhil. I think they're discussing whether it was a two-in or not. From where I am standing, I think it is quite comfortably in. I
Yeah,
think they've agreed upon that too.
yeah. A quick call, and they are very quick to resolve it.
Yeah. And a good cut by Harsh, and that's the score. I think from what I've seen, I think Harsha is proving to be like one of the most dependable players for Dancing Dragons. I think also she's the captain. I think is Harsha the captain for Dancing Dragons.
Yes, Harsha and Mac are the captain
Yeah,
for
I
the
see.
Dancing Dragon,
So leading by example.
and Nikhil and Pavitra are the spirit captains.
Yes. Right on. Yeah, so More, what do you think about this match? I think your team has played both the teams in previous rounds.
Yes.
So, what are your insights on this matchup?
So first thing is, Afterburners is definitely missing Sachin because he was the person who was playing every defense point when we played against them, and he was the person who was the playmaker. So yeah, his absence might be the X factor for the Dancing Dragons team.
I see.
Uh, we played previous match against Dancing Dragons. It was a very intense match. Uh, the chemistry Nikhil and Ravi have is unmatched.
Hmm.
That can lead them to success.
Yeah, and with that we have a huge pull by Nikhil, a bladey pull, who's difficult to catch, and this center to Damur, to Sushant. I think Damur and Sushant have been quite permanent sort of on both O lines and D lines for afterburners. They've been playing almost savage, I guess. And a good break by Damur.
So, Atu, according to you, what will be the best defensive strategy to play against a team who are very good with this skills?
I think like with the amount of wind that's going on here, I think zone is definitely one of the best strategies for defense. Also, especially against afterburners, I think person is quite difficult because Krishna is known to just streak deep whenever you try to person mark him. So I think zone is also effective in keeping Krishna sort of away from the end zone, like making those long deep cuts from the midfield. I think zone is working quite well for all the teams. I think each team, at least like as much as I've seen so far, I think each team is trying to employ some sort of a zone or a poachy defense. So I think that's working quite well.
Yeah, I agree with you. One thing I notice about afterburners is um, whichever team is playing against them, they play against their females. So they poach their females,
Hmm.
and once if anyhow afterburners female get the disc, the opponent players just put pressure on them. So one thing they should work on is the female should be playing more in the playing field rather than and that is also a good strategy. The females are catching everything thrown to them in the end.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the play does seem to be running through more of Sushant and Damor in the final zone open. And with that, we have a nice score, like nice cheeky break from Sushant to one the end zone to finish. I'm not sure what the score is. I can't see the score anywhere. Oh, it's on the screen. So that we
It
have
might be 5-3 to Dancing Dragons. Let's see, they might update this score.
5-2.
5-2 to Dancing Dragons.
So More, what do you think about any changes, any improvements from the previous season, from the previous MUL this time around?
Uh, are you talking about my team or about the tournament?
About the tournament in general, we can come back to your team later.
Okay,
Yeah,
so one thing I noticed many players, national, international players are there on this team, like Krishna and Ranjit, who played for Andrews and are the national champions are also playing this season. So automatically the competition have increased, and that is a good experience exposure for a lot of players in playing in the tournament.
yeah, definitely.
So that is one of the good points. Um, Also, there are many new young faces, many players who are young, like 12, 13, 14, who are going to be the future of Ultimate India
I
in
see.
India. So that is also one plus point of annual this season.
I see. I see. Oh, and a good try by
Uh,
Radhika, but intercepted by Sahil. Uh, Seems to be some sort of a call. No hand signal, so difficult to
yeah,
understand.
yeah,
I
he
think it's been
retracted.
retracted.
I
Yeah.
thought he was calling that he can't walk on the
Oh, I
roof.
see. I see.
Upgraded to the thing, you can
And you haven't set up a pivot foot.
this hour.
Yeah. Disc with Sushant and a blade to Damur. Quite a risky throw. And looking for Sushant and floats it up to Sushant. Sushant asking for a horizontal stretch near the end zone. Gives it back to Damur in the center. Back to Sushant. I think it's dissolved to a person mark. And back to Damur. Inside break to Sushant. Floated to Damur, but it's a turn. Not enough float on that. Dancing Dragons quick
He's
to try and
starting.
capitalize on
Yeah.
the turn. Maxouz with a ambitious throw. Oh, it's been picked up by Atul and a nice
Oh,
try by Nikhil, but I think a bit too far. I think it might have been going outside, which is why Nikhil might have tried to toe in. We can't really see from here, but it seemed like he had it. Like he was in reach, but he was trying to maybe toe it in. Sahil going to pick up the disc. We have Sushant as a handler. Damar has come back to the stack. And I'm not sure if it's a word stack or
they're
host
playing
stack.
with a simple strategy. They're spreading out on the field, and so
I see.
level was from
Hmm.
afterwards. Got the high
Oh, and almost a Callier.
uh,
I think sideline coffin corner discs, I think, should usually be picked up by the best handlers on the team. This could have been really dangerous for afterburners. And it's contested. The foul is contested. Goes back to Sahib and Atul on disc mark and violation call double team and another violation, which I must say is quite common. One violation is usually always followed up by another.
true, true. What do you think, Ashu? What will happen there?
This was exactly what I was gonna say.
What will happen now?
This is going out.
I think he should step
Nikhil with the disc.
with a huge smile on his face.
Yeah, Mac is completely free in the center. I think he should center it first. Yeah, he does that. And it's floated towards the end zone and good interception. Krishna. More, what are your thoughts on Krishna as a player?
He's insane. He's he can go for crazy layout. He can cut. He can handle. He got good throws. He never hesitated to throw that hammer. He's a complete player, I will say.
Yeah, completely agree with you on that. I think also Damod is like tremendously improved his throws, at least in the last 1 year or so. Like
Yeah.
I remember from the time that I saw him for the first time. Obviously, he was a big name even then,
Mm.
but now I think he's really worked on his throws, and like you can clearly see that he fits perfectly well in the handler zone as well as in the cutting zone, like you were mentioning. So that obviously gives a big advantage to any team is playing for. What do you think of the timeout call from the sideline? Do you think Gunn would approve?
Not even Ghana. First thing is we are missing Ghana.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think centering the disc before causing a timeout is a better move. Once you get the timeout, you can see can take any strategy after that timeout. So I think my voice is not coming. Yeah, yeah, it is there. It is there. So yeah, centering the disc first before calling a timeout will be a better move instead of calling a timeout on the corner, I would say.
Mhm. Yeah, quite interesting to see them opting for a coffin corner timeout. Usually does not
Now
work out.
we can set up a
Yeah.
on the on the corner.
Because the defense really wanted this to be there, and it's been floated and goes back in the end zone. A violation call by Mac.
Yes. Why was it a warning?
And no idea. Some sort of a miscommunication between the
Okay, Mac and
downfield players.
Mac and his name was
Ananya,
Ananya.
I see. Yeah, and the disc is in play, and same option to Sushant. Sushant to
Damar
Ananya.
is like he can do
Ananya
it
puts
again,
it to Inika. Good throw there. And Mac trying to force a turnover.
but he will find a way.
And Inika finds Sahil. Sahil hucks it to Sushant. Let's see Sushant versus Mac.
Let's see.
Yeah, and better position by Mac. Great job there. Great D. Making up for the height difference with this judgment. And another violation call.
It is difficult to find out what the call was.
Yeah. I think a lot of miscommunication happening between the two teams.
Why Sanju is running from across the field again?
And this could, oh, another turn. Sushant up the disc, most probably to Damor.
Yeah.
And played across the field to Sahil, who does a good job at saving it. Krishna looking for options and takes the open pass to Sahil. Sahil gives it to Sushant. Sushant might take a scuba. Scuba to Sahil. Sahil looking for Sushant again. The wind has sort of died down because of which these blades are
Working.
more. Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, it would have been quite risky in a windy situation. And an almost no look try to Inika, but straight in the hands of Mac.
Mac is everywhere.
Yeah. Nikhil to Atul, Atul to Ravi, and patiently waiting. Nikhil makes an upline and some theatrics there. And Ravi grabs it. It's Atul streaking deep, but back to Nikhil, playing chilly, and a turn.
Rush.
Commentator's curse right there. And Sushant just asking Damor to bolt off, even though the midfield was completely empty for some reason. Damor coming back to Sushant. Sushant probably would take the option to Anudnaya if there had been enough stretch in the end zone. Ananya with the dish. Ananya gives it to Sushant, who grabs it, and a beautiful throw to, is that side corner?
Is Ayush from DLR.
Oh, he's Ayush.
So, Ashu, there are around 6, 7 players from a school called DLRC, and on different teams. So Ayush is playing for Afterburners, Earth, who is his friend,
Hmm.
his classmate. He's playing for Dancing Dragons.
I see.
We have Tarun, who is also their classmate, who is playing for Bomb Squad.
Hmm.
We have Atish, who is playing for Grumpy Bantai. So yes, I think the school committee will be proud.
I see. Where's
Yeah.
the school from?
The school is from Pune,
I see. I see.
and we are looking forward to build a school team at DLRC, and I hope we'll be able to make it.
Oh, that's great. When we future inducts into this positive,
I was playing every O and D point.
yeah. I think this is the first time that Damor is not on the line.
Good question
Yeah.
about when he's going to take the last point.
Yeah.
I was going to ask how can you guys run so fast and so deep? Right.
He's just lying down at the sideline. Um, and Arthur with the pull here, and quite a flattish pull. I think it's going to be collected by Nikhil. Nikhil to Mac, looking to get some quick yardage. Centers to Atul, and Atul sends it for Nikhil, maybe a bit too far.
वही कर रहे हैं जो कवर
And yep, that's a turn.
Now,
Maybe could have floated it a bit because Nikhil had already beaten his person quite comfortably.
so Ashu,
संडे
I have a question for you.
Yeah,
Next. So
हाँ हाँ सच में
how much pulls are important?
सही
I
में
think pulls are really important, especially like, for example, if we can get a big floaty pull near the end zone, then that gives you enough time to like basically set up your defense by the time the offense gets the disc. So it's as good as a set defense from, let's say, an end zone corner, which obviously puts a lot of pressure on the offense line because they don't get those first few quick open passes, which like sort of helps them get into the rhythm, and they have the pressure on from the first throw itself. And a quick turn from afterburners near the end zone, and Atul to Sanjeev, and it's a score.
So you prefer slow TP, backhand or forehand?
अभी
If,
बर्गर
if
खाया
Sunil is the one pulling, then forehand pulls, otherwise
Yeah,
backhand. I think both of us are huge Sunil fans here.
that guy is insane.
Yeah, fun to watch.
अब खाना नहीं खा पाएंगे तो ये तो
I
खाएंगे ही
was
ना, कुछ ना
very
कुछ तो
happy to
खाएंगे ना,
see
इतना
him
टाइम है ही नहीं
cutting
कि
as well.
खाना खा लें।
Yeah,
Today in the pitches. But actually,
bomb squad. Yeah. Also,
क्या खाऊं?
some interesting game going on the other field. I think bomb squad playing against
हम
cutting chai.
हम हम जा ही
Can
नहीं
see
पा
the
रहे,
disc
नींद
in
लग
the
रही,
air
खाना
for
खिलाने भेज दो हमें।
quite long. Maybe a lot of hugs going on in that field. You can also tune into the other match. Meanwhile, afterburners lining up, we have Damor back on the line. We have Sushant, Ani, Inika, Ananya, Anudnaya, and Rishabh. While on Dancing Dragon, we have Harsha, Radhika,
1.5 घंटे में मिलते हैं 5 मिनट
Virag,
का टाइम,
and
or
Arth,
जब तक
Pavitra, Mac, and Ravi with the
दूसरी
pull.
टीम आती है तब तक हम लोग फ्री रहते हैं।
Good pull towards the end zone.
ये बस लास्ट
Rishabh
मैच है।
centers it to Sushant. Sushant looking to Damor. And Anudnaya cheekily just going off
जाओ
to
घूमने
deep.
जाओ, रूम पे जाओ, पढ़ने
Damor,
जाओ,
Damor
सड़ने जाओ,
looking for Sushant. Decides against it.
तो कल है,
Gives it to Sushant near the
कल तो वैसे
sideline.
भी है।
And a great throw to Damor upline. Damor gives it to Ani. Ani gives it to Anudnaya.
और क्या, सुबह
And
7 बजे से
low
यहाँ पे।
throw. Difficult for Anu to reel it in. And Maksud takes up the disc. Radhika completely empty in the end zone.
किसको उल्टी तो सुबह सुबह हो
He
गई
has
थी
some
आज।
50 yards of distance between the
नहीं
last
उसने
defender and her.
अभी निकाली थी बस।
People seem to have completely forgotten her. And Anudnya making her way to get. Oh, and a great layout save by
अरे
Virag.
यार तुम फोन रखो, मैं डिस्टर्ब हो रहा हूँ।
Virag and an upline to Harsha, but a bit too
फिर
far.
वहाँ से चिल्लाने लग जाएगा।
And Damor picking up the disc. Damor hucks it to Sushant. It's Sushant versus Ravi, and Sushant gets it comfortably and spikes it.
आपको
A bit too enthusiastic about that score. More, any thoughts?
I'm
Yeah,
not a huge fan of spiking the disc.
I see. What's the score actually?
6-4.
ये भाई ये
रहेगा
सही है क्या
6-4
स्कोर पक्का?
6-4.
जब हमने देखा था तब 5-2 कुछ था, तब से 3 ही स्कोर हुए।
हाँ.
अच्छा। Oh, and a great D on the other field by the way, and picks up and a score. And a bookends by the girl. I don't recognize her, but great job on that bookends. Coming back to this field, and Afterburners has lined up, I think, almost the same line, just Sahil instead of Rishabh, I think.
Yeah.
And the girls are also, I think, repeating the point. And we have DB here, the co-owner of Grumpy Bantais,
Let's
looking
go,
not so
guys.
looking not so grumpy. And Sushant with a huge pull as always. And Atul there to collect the disc. Atul centers it to Mac. Mac, one of the most stylish players in Ultimate, in Indian Ultimate, with purple shoes, fluorescent laces, and a great collect. And hammers it to Nikhil. Nikhil in the center with the disc. Gives it back to Sanjeev. Sanjeev gives it to
Yeah.
Hina. Hia. I'm sorry for the fumble. And nice mark, but makes it through to Sanjeev. Sanjeev puts it up to Nikhil. Great throw there. And Nikhil just, oh, Good attempt by Atul,
So,
almost a
Asu,
horizontal.
uh,
Yeah,
this was the third point of Dancing Dragon, taking the disc towards the end zone, very close to the end zone, and
yeah,
turning it over there.
yeah.
So, do you think this is going to affect the results of the game?
I think for sure. Like, I think even in the game against Grumpy Banda is from what I thought. I felt that like a couple of players on the team are a bit trigger happy, as in they want to get the point finished as soon as possible, rather than and we have an unfortunate drop by Nudnaya, who was trying to milk the disc to get more distance.
Yeah.
But yeah, coming back to that point, I think like. Uh, Dancing Dragons, a couple of players have a tendency to try and finish the point as soon as possible rather than sort of going for the cleanest way possible. So I think that might affect them, if not in one match, then maybe in the long run in general. But yeah, I think like that's something they can identify and maybe work their way through. And
Maybe.
there's another turn by Mac as Damor picks up the disc, gives it to Sushant, and Ani with a good cut, but looked off, and Sushant trying to center the disc and a bit too far.
I
Maybe
was
was good.
expecting a
But,
layout from
yeah.
Krishna there, but fortunately the disc was not touched.
And Ani with the disc, waiting patiently. A call with Harsha, no hand signals. And this comes in and a great layout by Damur. As always, Damur not disappointing his fans.
And a layout from Magna.
Hello, hello. अभी रह क्या आवाज?
See, they are dead. Yeah, yeah, sure.
And the playing seven of Afterburners on the field, as well as Dancing Dragons.
स्कोर का नहीं पता है.
More, which one's your favorite team? Apart from Grumpy Vantas, of course, this time around.
No one is my favorite, but I like the chosen one was playing today.
I see.
It was looking like a balanced team.
Hmm.
They missed Krish today,
Yeah,
and even Rizwan came late, so it would have been a more good, more intense game
I
if
see.
we would have Krish and Rizwan right from the start.
Hmm.
So yeah, we are waiting for the next game we will play against them,
I see.
and yes, it will be a good game.
I think Krish has gone for Avahan, which is IIT Bombay's fest, college fest.
Okay.
And I think this is the first time that Ultimate Frisbee is being included in their sports fest, which is a great thing for the sport, I feel. So I think he's representing PDPU, which is a college from Ahmedabad. Apparently, I'm not so sure about that. But yeah, I think a couple of players from Mumbai have also gone for that tournament.
Oh,
So I
I
think
see.
that's a great thing for Frisbee, at least college Frisbee in India in general.
So the halftime score is 6-5 Dancing Dragons. Yes, very good comeback from Afterburners. They were down by 3 points and they are lagging by 1 point. 1 point in ultimate season. Anything can happen.
Yep. I think both the teams look quite tired, to be honest.
So we will be coming back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., starting with the game. So we have Grumpy Bantas versus Cutting Chai, the morning game. And I'm not sure about the second game.
I think Grumpy Pandas as a cutting chair should be a fun game to watch. Both of them have two tall players who might have a battle in the skies. That should be fun to watch.
To ask you one more question,
Yeah,
maybe this might be an interesting question.
yeah,
So, from the six teams,
yeah,
if I ask you to make your make your dream team
yeah,
on defense,
yeah.
who will you choose?
Defense dream team.
Yeah.
I think Dhamur Gajju for sure.
Okay.
Um, Maybe with a lot of bias, Kanishk
Wow.
and
I hope Kanishka is watching this.
yeah, yeah, and let's see, and Mac. Yeah,
Yeah, of course,
I think
Mac
Mac is
is a
great on
good
defense.
defensive player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always ready to throw his body around for
Yeah.
the team.
But see, you
And
choose everyone as a cutters.
अरे मेरे को complete तो करने दे.
Oh,
There are
okay.
also girls on defense.
Fine, 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 fine. My bad.
Uh, for girls, um, let's see. Harsha for sure. I think Harsha is one of the most promising players that I've seen
On
in this
defense, okay.
edition.
Okay, on
Yeah.
defense.
And a nice throw by Ananya there to Inika. But Inika under pressure from Nikhil drops it in the
Was
end
that a
zone.
travel?
I'm not sure actually. I saw just the wind up for the huck.
Maybe they show a replay.
Yeah.
No worries. Yeah, continuing, you asked for Harsha on the
Yeah,
line
Harsha
and two
for
more
sure.
females. Yes,
Let's
on
see.
defense. Okay, I'm going to let her know that you said no.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I'm sure she knows. And difficult choices actually.
Yeah, I asked good questions.
Yeah. Could go for Anudna actually. I feel Anudna is also quite active. Yeah.
Okay,
मेरा team by.
okay.
Um,
There are,
Also to be fair though, I don't.
I can help you. There are
Yeah,
a
sure.
lot of Surat girls playing this team.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna
They
say. That
can,
I oh nice grab by Ani there.
they can also be in your
Ah,
team if
low
you
throw.
want.
Oh, nice save by Sushant. Quite a highlight reel of a point. And a good floaty throw to Anut now drops it, and she's out of my team, maybe. Just kidding. Just kidding. But a great throw by Sushant there.
Ah, we are talking about it.
Yeah, Anudna could have
Yeah.
reeled it in.
So
But yeah, that's what I was
easily,
gonna say. Oh, and Mac hucks it as soon as he gets it, but a bit too
only
low.
Harsha can get
Yeah. Actually, I was gonna point out the fact that I don't know a lot of the Surat girls this time around.
it. Okay. You can take
Um,
Angi, you can take
Ritika,
Kushi,
I
you
would
can take
take Ritika.
Ritika.
Yeah, I would take Ritika for sure. And Ritika would be great for handling as well. So Ritika, Harsha, and Damor there for handling.
Okay, you
Gajju,
will
Mac.
ask Damor to handle.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
I'll ask Gajju to go deep in case of
are
any
you
turnover.
thinking about the 2 point score
Yeah, yeah.
after getting the turn?
Yeah, for sure. In case of any turnover, Gajju is at the head of stack, and Gaju goes deep from the break side,
Ah,
and Damu rucks it. That's the play.
it's a turn. It's a turn.
Yep.
It's a turn.
Whoa, some risky throws there, and a nice high release by Mac to
Oh,
continue
as you said,
for the score.
some stylish jets. Okay. And yeah, so we are done with the defense line, bro.
Hmm.
Now let's talk about some offense. Offense.
I think the same line performs quite well for offense as well. I think offense line,
Come on, Ashu.
मोरे मोरे को तो नहीं डालूंगा. Oh, we're actually missing Kenny this time around.
Yeah.
Kenny was supposed to be playing in cutting chai, but I think he had to
Yeah,
miss.
Kenny can be your
Yeah,
defensive
yeah,
player.
yeah,
Yeah, he will be handling after the turn.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he
So
has
you'll be putting the same line on offense as well. Same females, are you sure?
females. I think I would for offense. I would want Khushi in one of
Okay,
the females.
okay.
I think,
My free is also good option.
but Maitri hasn't shown up yet, right?
So
हाँ,
we are talking
अरे
about
मतलब
IPL season 3
या
team.
मैं ऐसे देख रहा हूँ ना the players I can see on the field.
Okay.
I don't remember the player pool as such, but yeah, Maitri for sure. Maitri is one of my favorite players. Oh, also you're missing Arya this time around, right? Arya hasn't
Yeah,
registered.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sahitra.
Saitra,
Canvas.
yeah, Saitra. And we have a pull by Nikhil.
Good floaty pool,
Good pull.
landing inside on the corner.
Arthur collects it, gives it to Krishna. Krishna to Sushant. It's gonna go back to Arthur. And Anadnya again going deep. Arthur floats it up for Ani. Ani using his height well. Gives it back to Arthur. Arthur to Sushant. Good disc movement there. Sushant looking for Damor. And oh, and Damor saves it.
This guy
And
can.
I think this is too high. I
This
think
is
this is
out.
too
This is
high.
out. This is out. This is out.
Oh, nice attempt by Anadnya there. But Nikhil making sure she has no chance at it.
Nikhil got fast legs, bro.
Yep. Nikhil picking up the disc, walking it up to the line. Ravi handling alongside. I think Nikhil and Ravi, as More mentioned, have some great chemistry. Too many cuts and a Callahan! And a Callahan!
Call there.
And a
And a
goal!
call there. And a call there.
And a
Wait,
foul
wait.
goal.
Adir Bhaiya, wait. You will get the celebration. Hold. Hold.
And
Hold. And oh!
Sushant is
This
really
would have been the
unhappy.
first Callan of the season. You remember there was one player in cutting chat who had only Callan of the last season.
Yeah. I think the wind had more to do in that Callahan than the player himself.
So much.
And Nikhil hucks it, and Damur is gonna have that all day long.
So yeah, coming back to the Callan point,
Yeah.
the only Callan which we had last season from Ashwin. Happy to sit beside him and talk about that news.
Yeah.
Happens now, forming a cage. Yes,
And Sushant
safe, safe,
crashes.
safe, safe, safe.
Sushant gets it to Ananya. Nice grab. Ananya gives it to Arthur, who drops it.
Nice try.
Yeah, nice try. I think Ananya threw it like inches away from Pavitra's neck. I think Nikhil is going for the disc again. Ravi being the dumb handler.
You notice one thing, Ashu? They're playing very clever.
Who?
Dancing Dragons.
Dancing Dragons.
So Nikhil is poaching deep.
And a nice.
Nikhil is poaching deep, a female matchup, and one female player is marking a guy
Let's see.
inside.
Harsha with the disc right near the end zone line. Some argument going, discussion going on between Harsha and Sushant.
Yeah, it looked like an argument.
Both quite animated.
Let's
And
see
a
what.
D and a
He has
save.
saved it. He has
Sushant
saved
had a
it.
hand on it, but Leah saves it. And,
Don't hold it long. Don't
and
hold it long.
and a
Oh.
great grab by Ravi. Great layout attempt. It might be called out. There's some
Yeah.
sideline perspective and it's called out, but a great layout
How much
nevertheless.
time we got? We got 22 minutes.
And a swing to Damor. Again, Zoni look. Ani with the disc.
They're hitting the tuber. The wind
Ani
would have.
and Virag with a great D. And foul accepted. I think it was a strip call. Accepted foul.
It didn't look like a foul, bro.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe it's not only like that. But obviously the players are better perspective and Virag accepts it.
Should come from there.
No, he accepted, right? So it had possession. Sushant had possession. But great attempt by Virag. And Damo to Sushant. Sushant to Ani. Ani to Sushant again. Sushant to Ani. Some quick give goes to Damor. Damor looks to Atir. Atir to Krishna.
This might be
And
a huge
Sushant. And oh my god. And a bullet throw by Krishna, which I'm not sure was necessary, but a great grab by Sushant to reel it in. One-handed grab behind his body. Insane grab and an insane bullet by Krishna as well. I think he's really, really tired. He's on the sideline yet again.
Is that
Yeah, I think he's been exerting quite a lot. I think maybe that's why he wanted the point to be just over.
so? One thing is good for such teams who are dependent on the players who are playing as star players, or I will say the players who are playing savage, is that we only have 2 games a day. So
Right.
playing savage is becoming bit easy,
Yeah.
but the picture would have been different if they would have been playing for 3 games a day or
For sure.
continuously for 2 days.
For sure.
Yeah.
Coming from one of our savage players of last season, More and Kenny being the savage players for cutting time.
Yeah. So I'm talking with experience.
Also, I think the final week we did play 3 matches. We had to play 3 back-to-back matches, and Kenny and More still managing to see it through without any injuries. So quite commendable on that front. And again, Sushant with the pull.
What a season we had last.
Yeah, last season was quite epic.
Underdogs.
And center to Nikhil. Nikhil to Mac. Pavitra going deep. Mac's gonna give it to Atul. Atul being sort of forced. And now Sushant catches up to him. Atul gives it to Mac. Mac gives it to Nikhil. Some sort of a bracket with Sushant taking the ins and Damor looking for the deeps. But now it's back to person. This to Sanjeev. Sanjeev to Mac. Mac asking for one deep option. Gives it to Sanjeev in the middle. Sanjeev gives it to Mac. Disc at the sideline. Lot of chaos near the end zone. Mac looking for a deep option. And floats it. And Damor intercepts it so well. Gets a D. Sushant picks it up. Sushant floats it to Atir. Sushant trying to get the under. Damor gets the disc, gives it to Sushant. The wind is picking up a bit, and as soon as I say it, the disc floats up, but saved by Ananya only to be thrown away. Nikhil picking up the disc. Atul there. And Atul floats it to Harsha.
Let's see.
Inika's
This will be
going for
good.
it,
This
but
will
I
be good.
think
This
it's a
will be good.
perfect,
Ah,
hut, and Harsha reels it
what a
in.
put, Atul. What a put.
I think Atul is like really precise throws. He doesn't always take that option, take the long option, but when he does, it's almost always on point.
He's a stylish player with precision, I will say.
So we don't really see Atul in the cutting zone a lot. Maybe some sort of a strategy by their team, but just to remind you, I think Atul was the second highest goal scorer in ML season 1, and he had some insane scores in season 1 ML,
Yeah,
along with one layout, which is I think the highlight of that season.
yeah.
Some
No one
AUDL level
can, no one can
layouts.
forget that.
Yep, chest tight layout to score it in the end zone.
Talking about the leading goal scorer,
Yep.
Ashu, are you able to see Karan, who was the top lead scorer there? He is just behind Nikhil,
Yeah.
chilling out,
Yeah.
and maybe like in Grumpy Bantais, we are finding the rhythm yet.
Yeah.
We are not able to play with Karan
Yeah.
with the potential he has.
Hmm.
He is insane. His insane height, using that height for catching everything which is thrown in the air,
Yeah.
will be a key point to any team in which he is playing.
Yeah, for sure.
And he got that speed too.
Yep. I think Grumpy Bantas will eventually find a better way to sort of accommodate his skills into
Yes.
their game plan. I
Yes.
think right now they're just trying to figure
Yes.
out the strengths and weaknesses of each and
Yes.
every player.
So now, what we are doing,
And a great
so
put
we
by
are
Daniel.
finding it person to person. So now Tanish is a person from our team who is trusting Grumpy Bantais a lot, and he is putting throws to Tanish.
Yep.
Sorry, to Karan.
Yep.
Now hopefully will every handler from the team will gain that trust and that
Yeah,
confidence.
for sure. Also, I think especially in MUL, I think having that great height mismatch is a
And an easy
big
score.
advantage because I mean, there's not a lot of players with that vertical reach. If you see, I
Yes.
think like Gajju, for example, you could see how he was almost single-handedly running the game against Dancing Dragon in the last match, where everyone was just randomly hucking it to Gajju, and Gajju was like just bringing down anything from the sky. Anything that went up, Gajju came down with it. I think that's also one of the reasons why I said that Grumpy Bantais as a cutting chair should be one fun match to watch because I think Karan has it in him to at least try and contain Gajju. So nevertheless, like irrespective of what happens, who comes out on top, I think it's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah. You just
Yeah,
have to wait for a few hours.
yeah, for sure.
Tomorrow morning, 7
Looking
a.m.
forward to it. Looking forward to I think confidence being built up both in Karan and in Grumpy Bantais with respect to Karan. I think their game style might change quite a bit if that happens.
We got 14 minutes left, and the score is 8-7 to 8-7 to Dancing Dragons. So that's why Atir Bhaiya was asking Dancing Dragons to hold their line quickly.
Meanwhile, a huge pull by Krishna, taken by Mac, sent it to Nikhil, gets it to Ravi, Ravi to Mac, quickest movement, Mac gives it to Atul, Atul gives it to Hia on the sideline, Hia getting
Is
trapped,
that a double team?
gives it to Mac.
Wow, Hia, wow.
Sushant tried to coach the lane a bit to make the reset a bit more difficult. Mac gets out of the sideline, gives it to Atul. Atul with a nice forehand gainer
Good yardage pass.
to Ravi. And Ravi with a nice air bounce to Atul. Atul slots it into
Oh,
Harsha and a great score
good
thereafter.
offense, good offense.
I think this is something I noticed in the first day as well. I don't think the scores sort of reflect it as well, but I think Dancing Dragons usually have a very nice flow on offense.
Yes.
One of the best flows that I've seen.
So if you are playing person to person against them,
Yeah.
it is very difficult to
I agree.
stop them.
They have some fast players.
So you have to do something unusual or extraordinary to stop them.
And it's 9-7 to Dancing Dragons. Dancing Dragons holding on to that 2-point lead. After unhappy with the amount of time that Dancing Dragons are taking to line up.
Yeah.
As you know, it's a time cap basically. Like as soon as the time is up, the game ends. So that makes these time stalling tactics a bit more advantageous for teams.
You saw an very unusual thing, Ashu, right now.
No.
Mac took a sub.
Oh, I didn't notice. So I think the strategy is to just keep on converting the
O
open
points, yeah.
O points.
And which will be a very good strategy. I think. Don't give them break points.
Nice lefty by Sushant from top of the cup. Sushant to Ani. Ani is gonna give it to Arthur. And Arthur to Sushant. Open pass. Sushant to Ani. Ani to Ananya.
They're trusting their females now, and I'm
Yeah.
happy to see that.
And Sushant on the sideline. There's gonna be a center. Center to Damor. Arthur is completely free. But Krishna looks it off. And gives a low hammer to Sushant, and Sushant saves it with an insane layout. Great save there.
Oh my
Great layout
goodness!
D by Nikhil.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god. Nikhil with an
You saw that
insane layout
layout,
D. Crazy D
Wow.
by Nikhil there. And Sushant comes to mark, and a nice
What a
inside
throw.
breakthrough and a
What a
nice
throw
air
again.
bounce. Back to Nikhil. Ravi is gonna take the Harsha with an option. Ravi going up for the upline. The disc moving quite effortlessly between the two players, and Ravi centers it to Sanju. Sanju tries to give the in to Hia, but Damor anticipates it. Sanjeev trying to get back.
That was the third layout of
Yeah.
just the point.
Some fast movement there. Damor hammers it to Sushant. And Damor streaking deep.
And Sushan will
And
throw.
a hammer to Krishna. And an insane point there. I think we saw three great layout bids. And Afterburners is pumped to score that point for sure.
This point would have been the turning point for Dancing Dragons if they could have got this break point.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Great point there. And with this, Afterburners is again within reach. They have just 1 point of deficit. If they could just get this break in, they would be even.
And they got good time. They got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in 10 minutes. And 1 point lead is nothing.
And of course, we see Mac back on the line with his neon shots.
Neon
Flashy
baggy
player
shots.
he is. Flashy Mumbai player. What do you think, More? Would you prefer having Mac in your team as a hander or as a cutter?
I will definitely have him as a cutter on the D line.
I see.
Yeah.
And
I don't know
Sushant
why.
comes in
I
with a
don't
huge push.
prefer people or the handlers who put hammers on crucial points and crucial places playing the O line. I don't know why. I may be wrong. People may not like my perspective, but yes, it is the way it is.
And a fumble by Ravi.
I told you.
Yeah.
1 point lead is nothing.
Yeah. And a fumble by Ravi at the half. Half
And
line.
done, and done, and done. Okay.
Arthur with the disc gives it to Damor, who has a nice yardage gaining in cut. Gives it to Sushant, almost near the end zone. Inika in the end zone, being poached off a bit by Nikhil. Gets it to Arthur. Inika is free. Gives it to Sushant. Sushant will look for Damor maybe. And looks at Inika and it's a score. And a great look by Sushant. A
What a
great
high
high
release.
release.
Wow.
And Sushant riding high on confidence. And Afterburners is pumped. They're
See,
back in the
what
game.
a comeback.
It's 8 all. Oh, sorry,
What a
9 all.
comeback. Yes.
And we have a game at our hands. I think it's not in the
7 minutes.
We have 7 minutes to go, and it's even Stevens. Let's see who takes this game away. Dancing Dragons still obviously having the advantage of starting on O. They would want to just compose themselves and try and just
So if
convert a nice
Afterburners
O point.
win this game, Ashu,
Yeah,
what will be their position on the table?
I think Afterburners will move to the top of the table, right? Chosen Ones was on the top of the table, but they lost 2 matches today.
Hmm.
So I think Afterburners would be the only team with only one loss.
Yeah.
And also I think Grumpy Bantai, right?
Yeah,
Grumpy
but
Bantai also has only one loss.
the the
Score
match
difference.
they had with Cutting Chai was
Yeah, the score
having a
difference.
good goal.
I see. And as we say this, a great pull by Sushant, great float on the pull, goes into the back of the end
Yeah, the
zone
hang time is good. It
and
is.
at the
Yeah, 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 yeah.
corner. Nice,
Oh,
almost a perfect pull there by Sushant. And as you can see,
almost.
the importance of a good pull. The disc starts on the coffin corner. The defense is already set up. Getting the first pass out is also going to be difficult. And bracketing by Damor and
कोई नहीं है तो
Sushant.
पीछे फेंक दे भाई.
And there we see the first throw, a turnover. Nice pressure put on by the Afterburners defense. Just need to slot this one in. Damor gives it to Sushant. Sushant looks for Damor and looked off. A break. Atul tried to bite a bit too much. Sushant is empty near the end zone, almost at the end zone. They'll want to score this point for sure. And a slot into Atir, and they go 1 point up. And the comeback is on. Some discussion going on between Damur and Sushant. Dancing Dragons trying to get their energy up by cheering. They would surely want to deal this 0 point in and have a chance at breaking the Afterburners for the win. Just 5 minutes to go in this match.
So Ashu, what do you think? What will happen? What will happen in this next 4 minutes?
I think Afterburners,
Is going to take that game.
yeah, I feel Afterburners is on a nice roll, and maybe I would have opted for a timeout or something to sort of
Yes, exactly.
stop that rhythm that's going on for Afterburners. But I'm not sure if they have it or not.
So this would
Dancing,
be a huge success, Ashu.
yeah,
Even not having the best players,
yeah,
I would like Sachin is not there today, and there are many players who are not there today.
for sure.
Yeah, even though they are playing so good.
And a good pull by Sushant again. I think also most of the players playing Savage, they must be like really, really tired. Sahil coming on with some legs. Atir on Atul. Swings it to Harsha. Harsha gives it to Sanju. Sanju gives it to Atul. Atul will look to Mac. And Mac gives it to Nikhil. Great disc movement. Mac to Nikhil. Nikhil. looking for Mac, gives it to Mac, and right in the end zone. I think it's going to be a score. Yeah, it's a score. Mac slots it into Sanju. Nice offensive flow. And
3 minutes left, Ashu.
yep, Afterburners, I think, just needs to
I'm just
convert this 1
expecting
point.
someone should win.
Yeah,
I don't
might just
want a
end in a
draw.
draw. So Afterburners rushing to the line. Not a lot of time left. Also, the time cap rule makes it difficult.
Sudhanshu! Sudhanshu! 2 minutes!
I think this is going to be the last point of the game. I don't think it's like a
And
score is going to end up.
Krishna catching the disc in the end.
Might just see that, especially if the time is too low. Sushant might just take the disc and huck it to Damor, seeking deep. But I'm pretty sure Dancing Dragons is going to have a zone sort of look with Nikhil poaching in the deep as usual.
Bhaiya! 2 minutes! 2 minutes! 2 minutes!
Time. And there goes the pull by Nikhil.
Good floaty pull.
And yeah,
Landing
I
inside.
think again it's a zone look.
Fumble.
Nikhil at the end zone. Sorry, no, at the end zone. Nikhil being the deep, trying to stop the Hux. Sushant to Damor to
1.5 minute
Ate.
left.
Quite an aggressive cup, I must say. 4-5 players. Sushant moving the disc up. Sushant gives it to Damor. Atir giving a blade option. Damor swings it to Atir in the center. I think 2 minutes left. Atir to Sushant. Nice patient play. Double team. Double team is not stoppage actually. But see some discussion there. Accepted. Ani is completely free and takes an option to Damor, who's going to get it all day. Damor gives it to Anudne and a score. And Afterburners goes 1 up, and I think there's not enough time for another point.
You can see Dancing Dragons running towards the line quickly.
Yeah,
They got 1 minute.
But they have 75 seconds to line
They
up.
still got 1 minute.
I think the game ends at 8:15, right? 8 कब खत्म हो रहा है?
8:15, correct.
Yeah, so
On time.
I think technically the game should be over before the next point starts.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think everyone's moving to check the time. They might just pull and have a couple of players near their end zone, so there's no pull play or huck play as such. And a pull goes up. There's a countdown. There's a countdown. We have 4 players in the end zone. And there's a hug. There's everyone near their own end zone. And Sushant gets it, and there's a foul call, and the time's gonna be up, of course. Of course, there's gonna be a foul call.
Might have to be reserved.
But of course, there's gonna be a foul call. Of course, it's gonna be contested. And we've seen a great comeback by Afterburners in this match against Dancing Dragons. Yeah, and they're ecstatic to get this game in their kitty, and I think they moved to the top of the leaderboard as well with this win. I'm sure they must be really happy with this result.
Jointly?
They are goal difference.
First game 11-2.
Yeah. And DV trying to point out that they're joint leaders with Afterburners. Let's see, we'll have the leaderboard out maybe after tomorrow's matches, but till then I think Afterburners are really happy with the win. You can see that. And with this, me and More signing off. Thank you to Refex, thank you to Offseason, thank you to Sportscast for enabling us to bring this game to you. And with that, we sign off. And DB here blowing kisses for everyone back in their homes watching the stream. And yep, that's it from our side. Bye, good night.